I'd like to now yield to the distinguished gentleman from Indiana, Jim Banks, who's a member of the Navy Reserve, serves on the House Armed Services, Veterans Affairs, and Science Committees. He is championing the Patients First Act to prioritize ethical stem cell research that will help patients and do no harm to the youngest members of the human family. I yield.
Thank you. I too thank the gentleman from New Jersey for his tireless efforts on behalf of the unborn. Mr. Speaker, our nation was founded on the universal principle that all people have a God-given right to life. All includes every single human being, regardless of race, gender, or age. Throughout our nation's history, we have continually fought to draw closer to this ideal. However, there is still so much more work to do. 45 years ago, the Supreme Court made a tragic decision in Roe v. Wade, and since then, more than 60 million innocent lives have been lost. Every single one of those lives was important and unique. Tonight, as we reflect on those lives lost as a result of Roe v. Wade, we also celebrate that our culture is increasingly recognizing the value of human life. A recent Marist poll found that an overwhelming majority of the American people want substantial limits on abortion. Another poll found that 61% of Americans opposed using tax dollars to fund abortions within the United States, while 83% of respondents opposed subsidizing abortions outside of the United States. Last year, the House took an important step by passing the Pain-Capable Unborn Child Protection Act. This bill would prohibit any elective abortion attempt on an unborn child who is 20 weeks or older, the age at which research shows us children are able to feel pain. 63% of Americans support a 20-week abortion ban, and I'm hopeful that our colleagues in the Senate will pass this bill later this month. We also must work to ensure that taxpayer dollars do not continue to support the abortion industry, including Planned Parenthood, our nation's largest abortion provider. Life is a precious and sacred gift worth fighting for, and tonight I urge my colleagues to stand for human rights and equal justice by standing for our nation's most vulnerable, the unborn. Let's make the cause of life the cause of our time. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I yield back.